I thought it was really fascinating because 4 years ago, I remember jumping on board with a retreat and I felt very fire hose of information, how to organize it. And it has literally been all of these 4 years that has just added to how to structure that. And I still am learning um, how it can look for me. But ultimately, the keys, like the skills of discovery, have just been a cool part of just life now. I observe more, I ask questions more, and I don't care about the answers. And so well, that's not always true, but oftentimes when I'm out with my kids or whatever, it's not about the answer. It's just about the exploration. And I see them, especially in nature. That's where my kids just like open up and thrive. Um, I wish I could do that more. Helping people to understand this isn't just a beginning and an end process. This is it, or program. It is a process and a lifestyle. It's also community.
It's a
I think
home.
it's because it's about our inner life in a way that is more a level of awareness that's at a deeper level than even we are able to have at church somehow. I don't know why that is, because we have it, we have the framework for it at church, but I'm sure that's the case in many congregations with the women too. But
Church just depends sometimes on people's like worldview a little bit too. And I feel like our worldview kind of shares a little more of an intimate, like it's a little more, it accommodates my out of the box, I guess. It helps.
That's it. It's accommodating to all of our out of the boxness.
Feel like my path is so rogue, like compared to everybody else on this. Like there's the tree and everyone goes this way, and Sarah's been like just on her own little path on it. But that's actually what I kind of love too, is sometimes I feel like it's like there's one right way, but it's the Hebrew way. There's like so many different ways to come from it, and people are coming from so many different backgrounds. Like I don't think you can like necessarily crack that or put it when he's talking about teaching the children and how simple it can be. Like it was very similar to the retreat of like these mother activities of like connecting with story and song. And so I kind of got that started in my home before jumping into the level one. So I went to the retreat. I started in the symbolic learning in the home. And then at the same time, like I jumped into level one, that's when we started a youth scholar class, like was that like 2.5 years ago, Katie? And I remember being in that class and more things starting to fire to get like, and I think there is just this progression, like talked about, of like
The layers.
it just happens and it's the layering. And so I don't know that I would have been ready for all of it 4 years ago. Really, about 2 weeks ago, I was like, I wanted to like, because I'm wanting to like go more scholar level with my kids than just like love of learning stage. And so I'm like, I want to just understand this better. And so I started reading the intro to the alphabet book and the intro to the companion book to the study guide. And then when I saw the post to like review all this stuff, I started watching, I got through the intro module one. And yeah, I feel like a lot of that, like I learned kind of maybe the harder way, like through the scholar class and through this live quiz class that we had last year. But like that's just been my journey, and it's like worked for me. I don't know that I could have handled it anymore. Like it's just been this layering, and I've like understood more and more. And I just knew God led me here, and I knew it was truth, and I knew it was good, and just so much more has opened up since that beginning.
I think just understanding what this program is or isn't and how it is flexible for all. So when I'm thinking about the principles about what this really is, from my perspective, and this is just my perspective, it's a community that's joined in this lifelong study. And we've come at it from all these different places. And so there are a variety of resources that can be applied in a variety of ways that allow us to go deep like a scholar, in studying the scriptures and studying words and going deep and having those discussions. But there's also these beautiful ways to apply it with our children.